So the story I'm going to tell you, it has some gossip that we find out later on about this person. So first I tell you about my perspective. So basically, all 6 of us, 5 from the family and a family friend, the 6 of us, we all crammed together like sardines on the deck against a wall of the cabin, and then there's the what you call it, the rail is in front of us right here, and from here to the railing is probably around 10 feet away, and so we have a narrow part that packed with people like sardine, and we all suffering from thirst, so we don't pay much attention. But I heard yelling, and I saw a guy screaming and yelling, walking from our left toward us. And he's stepping all over the people because he was angry. At the same time, I saw a guard with an M16 outside the railing because it's so cramped. He cannot get around here inside without stepping on someone. So he had to be outside the ship, hanging onto the railing, and then one hand he had the M16, so he just climb along, this hand holding to the railing, going this way. So the guy that's yelling go this way, and the guard come this way. The guard passed me on outside the railing, and then he kind of meet up with the guy that come the other way. They about, I would say, 15 feet away from me in that direction. The guy was yelling, he's angry, he saw the guard climbing outside, hanging onto the rail with the M16. He put his 2 hands on the M16, yanked it away from the guard. The guard almost fell over onto the ocean, but he catch it, so he's safe. The other guy, he have the gun, the M16, he walking this way toward us. He shot one shot onto the air, and somehow everybody scrambled. And he have a space around him within like half a second. Like everything happened in slow motion. Next thing I know is that he put an M16 under his chin, right here, shot one more shot. And you see a very neat little hole down here. And then he fell to the floor. His head is about toward our direction, somehow like right at the angle. So his body, his head pointed toward me and my brother. And then from the small hole under the chin, the top of the head completely open, very neat, like a bowl, an empty bowl. The brain is kind of on the floor. And from the middle of the bowl, you can see the artery and the blood squirting right at us. So everybody here in our group gets sprayed with blood. And my whole pant was wet with blood from the knee down. And within, I would say, 1 minute, 2 minutes, people cast him over the side, pull up seawater, wash the blood. And that afternoon, I smell the stench of blood. And we cannot throw up because we don't have water or food, whatever. So we just cope with the nausea and then think about this guy. So he fell down, his head toward me. He have his chest up here, and from his left pocket, a string of black and white pictures spilled out onto the blood, on the floor. So later on, people take out some of the photo and pass around. And basically, here's a backstory, the God ship, which I cannot verify true or not. Basically, he's a Viet Cong, and he switched side from Chiêu Hồi. That's a program that turned Viet Cong onto the other side. And when the communists take over, he got panicked, so he ran without his family. So in the middle of the trip, he missed his family, so he asked to turn back. And that's, of course, the ship cannot turn back, so he got mad. And he got crazy. And that's how he shot himself. So I have many thoughts from that story, but one of the thought is that if only he can wait one more month or a couple more weeks, because the two ships that were left behind because the engine not work, the Vietnam Thương Tín and the Trường Xuân. Vietnam Thương Tín go before us, got fixed before us, and I think the writer Chu Tử was on it, and I heard he got shot too on the boat because they left before us, so daytime, so they get shot at because the Viet Cong can see him, so they get shot, but eventually they escape, and then the people that want to go back to Vietnam use the Vietnam Thương Tín to go back to Vietnam, and of course they get put into prison, but they get to see the family. So I think of this guy, if only he should wait a week or two, he would know about the Vietnam Thương Tín. He could go back with the Vietnam Thương Tín and he would see his family. But instead he killed himself. So in some strange way that taught me about have patience with life. You don't know what the future is going to be. Just survive it, and something good will come. So I think that always part of my nature. I think I got that from my family maybe, but I think that helped me so far.
Thank you for watching. Hi, my name is Nguyen, the director of Forever Spring. This project aims to build a public conversations about mental health and intergenerational trauma caused by war. We are still seeking funding to complete the film, so please consider donating. Every contribution, whether small or large, makes a difference. You can click the link below to make your contribution today. Thank you for your support and your generosity.